to watch the Mike and Jrod show.
Yeah. I'm gonna Mandela affect that.
No, I don't like three. The only way
Well, just because you don't like it doesn't mean the committee won't do it.
I'm friends with them, and they agree with you.
Red flash.
I don't think you want to see a red flash. I might not.
Oh,
be
they've got it like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Flash. Oh my gosh.
Dude, is that their mascot?
Dude, it's a monk.
He is.
Their mascot, Red Flash, is a monk.
Can we
You've
put that
got to be
That's
kidding
the
me.
Best.
This is the best mascot I think I've ever seen.
Here's what George is. You're going down the street, you see this house just up in flames, and you're like, man, I think everybody in there is probably dead. And then last second, here comes Georgia strolling out. Oh my God, they survived. Like, there's a few times. Yeah.
Budweiser commercial for the Clydesdales made me think about the frogs. Remember the frog commercials?
Yes, that was classic.
Those were great commercials too.
Budweiser. We did it. High tide. Well, I got a question on that. Can a nerd be you're nerdy though? Can you be a redneck?
I think you could be both. I don't think it's mutually exclusive.
You can be, but okay, no, that was a legit question. If I was at that game, every Thanksgiving, my family would hear it. Hey, did y'all know I was at the ice bowl? It was one cold game.
It's the only thing first thing you talk about the family gathering. Hey, everybody, I just want to tell y'all that story about how I went to the ice bowl like 1967. Yeah, you told us that story last time, Grandpa. PBR versus Rolling Rock. You pick Rolling Rock, huh?
Yeah, and some old men that mean a lot to me drank both of those. So that's a hard choice. I don't want to favor either one.
You get in trouble.
Yeah. That's a good question.
A good question. I might have to go with PBR because that's what Papa had in his refrigerator. Remember that? Multi-shelf PBR.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Rolling Rock tastes better if I had to choose. Yeah. You can watch us anywhere. That's a good plug.
China.
When we're live. Yeah.
Tibet.
China was the first place you thought of anywhere?
I was watching a video on
We got a Chinese crowd out there.
Chinese crowd.
Hello to anybody out there in China.
How do you say hello in Mandarin?
Konnichiwa. I don't know. That's Japanese. Or like, let's say some rugby players walked into a bar. That's the start of a joke. And the hockey players. Sorry.
I just wanted to drink.
Put your hand up. No, and I pat your back.
So you're not going to pick Texas, huh? You're not going to pick with your emotion. You're going to pick with your...
Not picking with my heart.
You're going to pick with your brain now, huh?
Yeah. I don't know that that's any better. You like that, Min? They would tell like the water boy, hey, you got to go stand about 300 foot out there. And if it goes over your feet, if it lands past your feet,
it's a home run.
Up as a home run. Too bad. He's getting bored out there swatting flies. They're like, hey, what was that?
Dude, awesome. And then when they sit me up,
he just
roll over.
Were you top heavy? Like your head was big too?
Like I couldn't crawl. I was so fat. Like I couldn't get down to the ground.
Because I'm wild. Yeah.
So I just rolled around everywhere when I was a baby.
I like that.
Roosters can't lay eggs.
Oh, I know, but they're there. So, some hens don't need a rooster. That's what but some hens do need roosters.
Well, no, all hens will lay eggs, but to make another chicken, they have to have a rooster. So
okay.
Similar to the way people make other people.
Thanks for the birds and bees talk, Matt.
Harry Pinkle kind of looks like Drinky.
Maybe it's his step brother.
You know who else looks like Drinky is Freezy. Freezy and Drinky.
Like I thought you were going to talk about it.
Okay, I didn't want to talk about Drinky. Maybe I do have a crush on him.
You do. I think you secretly, like if he walked through the door and was like, I'm going to take you on a date, you would leave me here going, I don't know how to run this stuff.
Live from High Top Scott Social Media Studios in the heart of the Cedar City, just outside of America's Music City. This is the one and only Mike and Jrod Show with your hosts, Michael Clay and Jared Scott.
Hey!
Hey!
I was a little delayed.
A little delayed.
I thought you were going to say something else. You've got me off guard with your intros.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do. Sorry about that.
No, I like that. No,
You like me throwing you for a loop, huh?
Yeah. That's
Every
right.
time it's a new surprise.
Happy Thursday night. It's 7 o'clock again.
Same old bat time, same old bat channel.
Yep. Show 32. No, dummy. Show 33. That was last
This is
week.
your special show.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so excited.
You brought your little special treat. I mean, geez, I can't believe you got it wrong.
Yeah, so, here on the show.
Brought it from your childhood bedroom? Is that what you were saying earlier?
So we honor, we like to name each show. It's show 33, and we honor, like, the best athlete to wear the jersey. And if you watched last week at any point, or caught when I said, show 33, anybody that probably knows me knows what this is going to be called. So it's the Larry Bird Show.
The Bird, baby. And he brought it right straight out of the childhood bedroom. Right straight out of the childhood bedroom.
Yep. And see, this used to hang
brought
in
the
my...
bird back.
That was in my room.
Kind of got some reflection coming off all our equipment here, I guess.
They can see who it is.
Everybody knows who it is, though.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Matter of fact, you say childhood.
It's still hanging up in your bedroom.
Like, until I moved to Chicago, which I was like 20-something.
Mandy and Moxie's like, Larry Bird's still on the wall in your bedroom? Well, come on now.
Yeah.
Reagan says, it's time for Larry Bird. Glad to have you, Reagan.
So, Larry Joe Bird. This is the show to honor him.
Is his middle name really Joe, or did you just make that up?
No, it's Joe.
It sounds fake.
I know. I thought it would have been like
real.
Joseph or something, but it's Larry Joe Bird.
Joe Bird.
Yep. Born December 7th, 1956. D-Day.
D-Day. Interesting.
Right? December 7th? Yeah.
I don't know. I should know this.
You should.
My
We
wife
all
is a
learned it in
history teacher.
history, yeah.
Yeah, those things I've forgotten.
December 7th. And
we learned history not to repeat it. Apparently, I guess I'm going to repeat it.
His nickname's the Hick from French Lick. Larry Legend.
He is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
The Hick from French Lick. Huh?
Yeah. Played from 1979 to 1992, and it's my favorite, all with the Celtics. I love when players play just with one team.
You like loyalty.
Mm-hmm. He was three-time NBA champ, 81, 84, 86. He won it with the Celtics. Two-time finals MVP in 84 and 86.
Okay, I think my wife, the history teacher, just corrected you. What was his birthday?
December 7th.
Okay, D-Day or June 6th.
Well, what's December 7th?
That may be Pearl Harbor.
That's Pearl Harbor. Sorry, I got my World War II facts mixed up.
Yeah, that was the Pearl Harbor attack.
Pearl Harbor. Yeah,
that was the Pearl Harbor attack. See, that's why we have to have smart people like my wife watching.
Larry Bird did go to Indiana State. Yeah.
From French Lick.
Yep.
Was he the one that we were talking about was actually a dump truck driver?
Nah, I think he worked for a trash truck. Like he picked up.
Was Larry Bird? So when I do the Google search, was Larry Bird a garbage man?
Right. You've looked that up before, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I maybe I have. Yes, Larry Bird worked as a garbage man before becoming an NBA star.
Right. But I mean, that's like some reason I was famous. Oh, do you know that he delivered pizzas at one time? Well, yeah, I did, but it had nothing to do with. Well, it was when I was a teenager.
Delivered pizzas for house calls.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so he's two-time finals. Yeah, three-time MVP, 84 to 86, 3 years NBA MVP, 12-time All-Star Game MVP, and in 1982, he was NBA Rookie of the Year in 1980. A three-time three-point contest champ, 86 to 88. And what was that?
I have no clue.
Flickering. Huh.
Are we about to lose a screen here?
I wonder what that. It has been storming. Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Somebody doesn't like Larry Bird. trying to stop. They disagree with him being the best to wear 33.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Can't not like Larry Bird. He's the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Yeah, man. Gosh. But yeah, so he's just so many accolades. He was also.
You didn't step on a power cord, did you?
Hello, audience, you out there? Sorry. They're like, what are y'all doing?
Making sure we didn't step on a power cord.
I don't know. Maybe I jiggled something under, kicked something
You're
under
a jiggler.
Yeah, sounds are working good.
Yep.
He coached from 97 to 2000, was coach of the year in the NBA in 98. And he was the NBA All-Star in 98, the All-Star coach. But, so a ton of accolades.
Where all did he coach?
Just at the Indiana Pacers. For 3 years. And in his book, he said 3 years is all he wanted to do. And sure enough.
You've read his book, man.
Yeah.
You're sophisticated.
2 books. He has 2 books, and I read them both.
Man. He's 68, huh?
Yep. And the closest I've ever got, I've actually watched him. We went to Knoxville, Thompson Bowling Arena, back in the 80s, late 80s, and watched them play the Lakers. No, I can't remember who they played, but they played at Thompson Bowling Arena like an NBA exhibition game.
Kidding me?
It was awesome. It's me, my dad, my uncle, and my cousin.
Exhibition game. And what year was that? Long time ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe like a 89, maybe not. No, 88, maybe 88, 89.
We need to go visit French Lick.
It's I've stayed in that hotel you're looking at.
You stayed at the French Lick Springs Hotel?
Yep, West Baden Resort.
So you visited French Lick then, huh?
Yep, it's they have a golf course. Right close to there is Paoli Peaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all went. That's where we used to go
Church.
Skiing for church.
Church
group went skiing there. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's right. It's a cool little town. There's a casino attached to that resort, or one of the resorts.
Interesting. Who else? Is there anybody else famous from French Lick?
You know, I don't know. No, there's only one, and you only need the one. Larry Bird.
Larry Bird and Jerry Reynolds, the former Sacramento Kings head coach.
Okay. Notable, man, that's slim pickings. Like just 2, and they were both NBA people.
Yep.
Not a lot.
Springs Valley High School, huh?
They don't make them like they used to in French Lick.
The hick from French Lick.
Yep. Matter of fact, Larry Bird's the only one they made from. Everybody else still driving the trash truck.
Driving the trash truck.
I wonder if they're all like mad at. They're like, he's sold out and left the town. He's not like us. He's not one of us.
Population 1,722. That's less than Mount Juliet High School.
Golly, when you put it that way, that is tiny.
That's tiny. 1980 apparently was the heyday. 2,265 population. They've had population decreases of almost 10% every year.
Growing metropolis
every decade
in 1980.
Since.
Yeah, it has decreased. Yeah. My goodness.
We're losing a lot of people. Apparently French Lick needs to lick it up and get a little get a little boost or something.
Derrick Henry, what is this?
Apparently they played host to the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, huh?
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, we're not talking about Derrick Henry. Was he 33? I don't know. Not in a... Oh, no, he ain't. Was he 33 for the Titans? 22.
Yeah, 22.
Maybe at Alabama? I don't
Alabama,
know.
was he 33?
Unless he's talking about a different Derrick Henry. I don't know.
Thank you, Robert. Glad to have you. Yeah, I don't know where he's
Yes.
getting 33 from. Maybe I have to Google it and find out. Did Derrick Henry wear 33?
Yeah, thanks for watching, Robert. Come to Nashville anytime, man.
Derrick Henry did not wear 33. This must be, what was it? A Mandela
is he trying
effect.
to Mandela effect
He's
us?
Mandela
Yeah.
affecting us. Everybody thought Derrick wore 33.
Trying to give us the old Mandela effect. No way.
While the number 33 might be associated with a trading card of Derrick Henry,
Oh.
it's not a number he wore on the field. Why would it be associated with a trading card?
I don't know.
That is strange.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, here's some other notables that actually wore 33, Jim. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And you could argue that he might, his accolades were just probably maybe. Well, I'm not going to say they were better than Larry Joe Bird, but
He was the number 33 playing card in an NFL PA Panini playing card deck.
that's dumb.
Look, it's
Who
got
would've
number
known- Who would have known that?
Apparently, Jim Bright does.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know. That's crazy.
Jason says there's an error, huh?
But, yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully, we're not going down. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
The green jacket, stubby legs.
Yeah, green jacket's in the closet. Although I was gonna say there's not an important golf tournament this week, but I did work a golf scramble today and had a good time.
That's right. You were scrambling today.
I think I got sunburn on my neck.
Did you?
Yeah, and I'm not. Maybe I kind of look embarrassed there on the screen. Maybe I did get sunburn. Do I look at you?
Embarrassed.
Right? Oh.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wore 33. Shaquille O'Neal did too.
Yeah, because I think we talked about Shaq wearing
I looked
33
this up.
and something
Only-
and 32, didn't he?
Yeah, only 1 year for the Cavaliers.
Kareem's a pretty big deal, though. I mean,
Huge.
that's.
He played for 20 years, from 69 to 89. And
I feel sad that he's overshadowed by Bird, to
No.
the point to where we don't even.
well, go watch another show if you want to talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He played for the Milwaukee Bucks for his whole career.
No. The Bucks from 69 to 75, and then the Lakers from 75 to 89.
Yeah, because I don't remember him as a Buck. I remember him as a Laker.
And I look this stat. He won. It says he won 6 NBA championships. 1 with the Bucks and 5 with the Lakers.
71, 80, 82, 85, 87, and 88.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How
How many championships do the Lakers hold?
a lot.
This goes back
the
to that.
Celtics
This goes back to that money
have the
thing,
most.
right? When you talk about like who wins the championships, those with the
Yeah.
money.
Well, I don't know if back then though.
It wasn't as big a deal back then.
Yeah, maybe not. Reagan met Kareem at a Western Kentucky game. That's cool.
What? At a Western Kentucky game?
Huh.
Why was Kareem visiting a Western Kentucky game?
That's strange. He would be there. I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, so he was a 19-time All-Star. So he played 20 years and made the All-Star team 19 times, which is crazy. 2-time Finals MVP in 71 and 85. 6-time MVP. Rookie of the Year back in 1970. He was a 4-time. He led
This is Kareem, right?
Kareem. Yeah. You know what his birth name was? Anybody out there watching?
I can cheat.
Yeah, you're going to cheat. Lou Alcindor.
Alcindor, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't know his first name was Ferdinand until I looked it up. I knew Lou
Now we know why he's Kareem.
well, because he converted to Muslim.
Oh, I thought that was because he's like, I like that name better.
Kareem over Ferdinand. I don't know. Ferdinand's a big bull.
So when did he change his name?
Well, he played at UCLA, and I want to say when he played there with John Wooden, or maybe it was after he went pro. To be honest with you, I don't know.
That was when he became Kareem.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when.
It would have been his conversion to Muslim?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, right there. They're 68. Converted to Sunni Islam from Catholicism.
Shahada.
Yep.
The Islamic oath and creed.
I said it took it. I thought it was like a pill. He's like, I took a pill twice, and then I was Islam.
So he was Catholic, and then he became Sunni Islam.
Mm-hmm. And
then he changed his name. Interesting.
He didn't go public until 71. Huh. Okay. So let's see. We said Shaquille O'Neal. He only wore 31 one year for the Cavaliers.
He boycotted the 68 Summer Olympics? That's weird.
Yeah.
Protesting the unequal treatment of African Americans in the United States. Interesting.
Yeah. And he's old. I feel like he's old. When did I say
he learned Keet June Do under Bruce Lee?
Dang.
Now that would be something to do.
Not only can he dunk on you, he'll karate kick you too.
He'll kick your butt.
Yeah. I just blocked your shot, and
can you imagine learning under Bruce Lee? Dude, that'd be pretty bad mamma jamma right there. That'd be something.
We are on episode 33. Jim's been... I was going to say drinking.
What you drinking over there, Jim? I need some.
It's the Larry Bird Show, for goodness sakes. Get with it, man.
Yeah, 822, that's for dang sure.
Yeah. We're 33 years shows old right now.
It's okay, though. Derrick Henry had a 33 card.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Scottie Pippen wore 33. He was Jordan's right-hand man. Frank Robinson played baseball. He only wore 33 one season with the Indians.
Frank Robinson played for a lot of different teams, didn't he?
Yeah, but over a long career.
I remember him playing for the Reds. I thought he played for the Reds.
Yeah, he had a long career. He played 21 seasons, 5 teams, I believe.
Because I think I've got his Reds baseball card.
If my imaginary research team did their job, it's 5 teams for 21 seasons.
Oh, he played for the Angels, too.
Yeah. The most was with who?
He played 1 year with the Dodgers, huh? Interesting. The mostest. The hostess with the mostest.
He was the first black manager in Major League history, too.
Most was the Reds.
Nicknamed the Judge.
Looks like he played almost 10 years. The Judge, huh?
Yep.
I'm trying to think. So he started playing in 56. Was it controversial back then? The black players?
Yeah.
Is he one of the early black players?
Yeah.
In the league?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. That was Jackie Robinson. That was the first.
Oh, that would have been. And Jackie was in 1919. No, that's his date of birth.
He was born, 47.
Brooklyn Dodgers, 1947.
Yeah. Moxie did a report on him, was it a research paper maybe? Back in like 6th grade? It was pretty cool.
Saying here that several black players prior to Robinson actually played professional baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, in 1884? This goes to... You're looking at AI, man. They're just making stuff up. Who was around to write that? 1884, Moses Fleetwood Walker played in the major leagues.
for the Toledo Blue Stockings.
I like that name. The Blue Stockings. That's not a real...
Before the formal MLB era.
See, you look at... here you go with your Texas leagues and all that. Your Bush leagues. That should be a boo, actually. You got to look up like relevant leagues.
Well,
like,
here's some relevance. So when I Google who has the most NBA championships, it says the Los Angeles Lakers. But then a little bit further down, guess what it says?
Celtics.
The Celtics.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a recent occurrence. Then.
Yeah, 2024, last year. And they could repeat.
So Google needs to be updated.
Yeah. You put all your chips in that basket of Google and you turn out losing.
I know. They just don't have it together. They don't have it together.
Yeah.
The Lakers are on the downhill.
Wow. We got West Wilson Middle School varsity chiming in. I bet somebody. Thank you for watching. They're supposed to be playing a game tonight.
Yeah.
Or no, did they play last time? I don't know. Well, thanks for watching. I hope the whole team's watching from the dugout. I know some kids
the
on
dugout in China.
And parents. Yeah. Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
We tend to be
we are prime dugout material.
Yeah, that's
Are you
fun.
struggling over there?
Jim, no. Well, it was like pressing against my sideburn.
Your sideburns burning you?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I got
I think you got sunburnt.
I think so too.
Yeah, all those free caddy shots, the $10 caddy shots.
Yeah, it was fun. I made like 3 putts. And I see. His daughter's logged in, so he's using the West Wilson Middle School. That's Jim. That's awesome. Where are we at?
You were talking about the 33s.
Oh yeah, Patrick Ewing was 33.
Man, I feel like there's a lot of 33s that are getting overshadowed.
You
by Larry
know,
Bird.
No, Larry Bird destroys Patrick Ewing.
Where is have you haven't even gotten to another sport yet, have you? Or are you just doing all baseball?
No, Frank Robinson was baseball. It's been mainly basketball, one baseball. Eddie Murray played baseball. Earl the Pearl Monroe, another basketball player. Grant Hill, Alonzo Mourning. A lot of basketballs, 33s.
Any 33s in football?
Yeah. I got, what's his name? Roger Craig, running back for the 49ers. Tony Dorsett, running back for the Cowboys. That are notable.
Notables.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so.
Yeah, because 33 would typically be a running back, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Mike Piazza with the Dodgers. He played, Mets. I think Mets and Dodgers. Catcher. Hockey player, Patrick Waugh.
About time you stop dissing on the hockey players.
Yeah, it's hockey playoff time. We was talking about that before the show started.
Yep.
So yeah, he played in the NHL 84 to 2003. I had to double check that because I was like, that's
a long
crazy.
time.
Yeah, it's a real long time. Played for the Canadiens and the Avalanche, and now he currently coaches the New York Islanders.
I think the Avalanche is Reagan's team.
Colorado.
Yep.
Makes sense. He's a Denver Broncos fan. And then, of course, you can't have hockey without having rugby.
Token rugby players.
The best player they claim, and obviously they claim Charles Meehan on the U.S. national team as one of the best rugby players to wear that number. But remember, they also say that it's not a popular number because they do more lower numbers by position and stuff. I don't think that's him.
An American rugby union player.
Oh, I guess it is. In the 20s? I thought he was... Yeah, I didn't do a lot of research on it. Oh, no, right there. Oh, yeah.
1920 Summer Olympics?
Good gosh. I didn't think they had rugby in the 20s of 1900s.
There's the rugby ball.
Dang.
Yeah, you went old school. You talking about me going old school. This is real old school. Those audacious me hands.
Yeah. Dang, I thought it was like I didn't know he was an old.
Dude, you went real old school.
Yeah, I went to like the Texas Bush Leagues to find him. Man, I didn't even know it either.
I thought I was going to actually learn something about rugby today.
Yeah. Well, that's... Okay, I just learned something. If he's an American player, like, I didn't realize the sport was around in America in the 1920s.
Probably was the precursor to football, modern era football.
Maybe. I don't know. That's crazy.
Was rugby or football first? Rugby originated before American football.
And that makes sense, because it's American football. Good old-fashioned game of football. So, yeah, that is... I know what I was going to say with the 33s.
Oh, rugby's name came from the rugby school in England.
Okay. With the 33s, I think I'm going to go... And this be a show down the road, because I'd have to research some... I'm going to do 32 and 33. I bet you could come up with like the basketball team, all the number 32s, like a starting 5, the best to wear 32 in basketball and the best to wear 33, and like compare them.
Top teams.
Yeah. And if those two teams were to play each other, like that'd be a good conversation.
American football then evolved from rugby.
I mean, it makes sense. It looks kind of like the same.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's crazy. Because, I mean...
They got a picture of the Titans. Oh, this is the All-Star game.
Yeah. Oh, Finnegan.
Yep.
He played at the golf tournament today.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. That was him.
That's who you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. He was on the team.
Is he 33?
I don't know what number he was.
Cortland Finnegan.
Yeah, nice guy.
He's 31.
We just missed it.
Just barely missed it.
See, I told you it would be a good topic. Look, we already got somebody commenting Magic Johnson with 32s would tilt the board in their favor. No,
Brian knew it was 31 for Finnegan.
Yeah. So, and thanks for watching, Brian. I don't know, man.
Tennessee Titans player currently wearing number 33 is Kendall Brooks.
Okay, I don't know.
Defensive back. Previously worn by Javarius Owens.
Don't know him. So let's see.
It's the Titans. You don't know them. Hopefully Cam will change that.
Let's see. Magic Johnson, 32. Karl Malone would be on the team. Dr. J. And I'm talking just your top 5, you know. If you had a starting
put together
5.
a good basketball team for sure.
And then put together a team with the 33s, which I'd go Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't know if there's any. Scottie Pippen. Patrick. You got a lot of big guys. I don't know if you'd have any point guards for 33. Just have they you couldn't go inside to them. They'd be blocking you and out rebounding you. Because that's a dangerous thing about Magic Johnson, 32. He was 6'9", but he was a point guard. He could pass and dribble, and he's a huge. Point guards aren't typically big, tall dudes.
How do you have a red shirt senior?
It just means he red-shirted 1 year. They keep that on there to let you know. But we were talking about basketball.
Sorry, I ran down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. But
Karl Malone. Reagan says Karl Malone's a 32, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a pretty incredible team.
Yeah. I'm always going to lean towards Larry Bird. Because I wouldn't put. I guess Shaquille O'Neal would be 32. Yeah, Grant Hill could be the point guard. That would work for 33s. That's a good point. Lonzo Mourning. I mean, you got big guys, though, down low, 33. Lonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Underneath the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have, yeah. But, again, you'd have to pick 5. I'd put Larry Bird and Scottie Pippen on the wings, Grant Hill as a guard, and that only leaves me one center. I guess I'd go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I was just trying to think because you said they were so big.
Mm-hmm.
How tall they were.
Oh, 7-footers. Now they've gotten crazy.
They've gotten bigger.
Yeah. Yao Ming.
This guy's not even. See, they list this guy as 7'9". I was thinking somebody was taller than that, but he's not even an American basketball player.
No.
I said tallest NBA player. Obviously, it doesn't want to interpret correctly. Yao Ming at 7'6".
Mm-hmm. Mark Eaton, he played for the Jazz. He was like 7'4". Manute Bol was 7'6", I think. Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a winner if you're tall.
No. I think when you start getting
too tall,
they start getting over 7'6", man. It's like usually lanky. They're not completely coordinated.
Zach Edey. Yeah, because Edey was the one that caused Tennessee all the heartburn.
Sean Bradley, he played for the 76ers and some other teams. He was 7'6", but he looked
these are the actives.
Sickly.
So Edey is actually the tallest active player, huh?
Yeah.
Bol.
Yeah, I never heard of that guy.
Yeah, I have. I thought his name was weird.
Oh, really?
Yep, Bol.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think. It seemed like he played for a college team that I recognized. Mater Dei, that was what I was thinking of. He played for Mater Dei.
Is he like a son of Manute Bol? I think so. I wonder.
I don't know.
Or a grandson, maybe?
Manute Bol. Yeah, I would say so.
A son of basketball player Manute Bol. There it is. That's awesome. Dang, I'll pull for him now. I like. You know who Manute Bol's biggest fan is?
Who?
Towns that watches our show.
Oh, Towns is a big fan of Manute Bol.
He'll randomly, out of the blue, it'll be like a random.
Some Manute Bol stat.
No, a random August day, and he'll send me a video of Manute Bol hitting a 3-pointer. It's crazy.
Well, he must be a fan of Bol then.
Maybe, yeah. I wonder if he knows that his son's playing in the NBA.
I tell you, if I had the name Bol, that would make me an awesome person.
You could change it.
I guess I could.
Yep.
Be Bol. Played college at UCF. Reagan knows.
Central Florida, yeah. Would you feed him bowl, like if that was your kid, would you always bring him a bowl of cereal and porridge?
My name is Bol, so I'm going to bring you a bowl of something every time I see you.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
So for some reason I thought like higher sevens was like a norm.
No. 7, usually around 7 foot, 7'1". Is your
There's a lot of 7'1".
Yeah.
A lot of 7'1".
Yeah.
Oh, here's the tallest in history. Manute Bol is listed as
7'7".
And who is that? I don't even know who that is.
George Murison. He played for the Bullets, Washington. Well, whatever they are now, Wizards. I think that's him. Maybe it ain't.
So Manute Bol is listed as tallest player, and he sends you videos of him scoring threes.
Yeah.
He's tall like that, and he's scoring threes. That's awesome.
There's a classic.
Like he doesn't need to. Like he's so tall.
There was a classic game when he played. They were getting beat pretty bad, and he just started, and he hit like 5 or 6 threes in the fourth. I don't know if it was the same quarter, but it was kind of out of hand. He just started chucking threes, and he was drilling them.
Well, you sit there and you think somebody like that, they wouldn't know how to shoot a three, but clearly that's not the case.
Oh, yeah, no.
The Washington Bullets.
Yep. He played for I think was he on the 76? He played for several teams. I got a couple of his basketball cards.
So, Mirsan is a Romanian.
Is he?
My wife would like that.
Yeah, he played in the 90s. That's right. He was in that movie with Billy Crystal. I remember
My
that.
Giant.
Mm-hmm.
My Giant. I don't know that movie.
Yeah. I don't know. It was in the
1998
90s, right?
movie.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he was tall.
Yeah. So, well, he was 7'7".
Clearly.
What, you think they were lying?
Makes Billy
lying
Crystal
to
look
you?
like a midget.
Oh, I know it. How tall was Billy Crystal?
I don't know. I can't imagine that he's that short.
I bet he's like
5'7". Yeah, I guess
he's my height.
I didn't go there.
I am. I'm 5'8" with my shoes on.
There you go.
That's what I like to tell
I never
people.
pictured Billy Crystal being 5'7". I pictured him being taller.
A lot of your actors aren't very tall. Like you would be tall for an actor.
Interesting. Maybe I should be an actor. He was born in Doctor's Hospital.
What? That's a original name for a hospital.
It's like the two names. Call them Doctor and General. Just call them Doctor's Hospital and General's Hospital.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Let's see. I think that does it for our 33 numbers.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the book debut.
Yeah, we can. It's an exciting week.
Your celebrity status now?
No, it ain't. I'm not a celebrity. But pretty awesome to, so, you know, my friend Nate, his book come out, Nate Bargatze, Big Dumb Eyes. And, yeah, it was really exciting. There's a chapter in it about when we moved to Chicago.
Very exciting. See, the audience thinks it's exciting.
Yeah. So, pretty cool to see it. I'd gotten an advance copy back in February, so I'd read it, and it's just cool. And then I wanted to see, you know, because you never know if they're going to cut stuff out, the final copy when it comes out. But
Oh, yeah, because you got a preview copy, didn't you? Because you were in it.
And I don't think they changed it much, if at all.
They're going to have to come out with the audio book so dummies like me can.
They do. Nate reads it. He reads the audio book. It came out Tuesday, yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of people like the audio.
I was going to say, maybe he should get the AI to read it and sound like him.
No, he
actually read it himself.
He read it himself, yeah, he read it. But yeah, so cool, like it's, and then at the end, just honored, like he put a nice acknowledgement in there. So just cool to see that part when I moved to Chicago and see a part of your life written down in a book.
It's tagged at the bottom. Nate's family disputes this entire story.
Yeah. Yeah. So real cool. There's and this week I posted some stuff like in the chapter he refers to me as looking like Richard Kimball from The Fugitive, and then I posted a video back in 2020 when I rode out on tour with him one weekend. He used to have a joke. I think it's in the book. He fell off a cliff when he was a kid, and these guys in a boat, like it knocked him out, and they went and put him in the boat and brought him to shore. And the joke goes, he was like, I never knew who they were. And then one day, his dad does magic, and he was doing magic in a prison, and a guy came up to him and said, "Hey, I know your son." And he was like, it's never good when a guy in prison comes up to you and says, "I know your son."
Did we not post that clip to the page?
I thought we did. I thought maybe you did that video.
I thought I did too.
So we were out. I know it's on mine, but we were out. It was in 2020, just before COVID, and he was doing that joke at the time on his tour. And one night he was like, "What if we bring you out as the like I found him and I'll walk you out as the prisoner?" And so I walk out. And the crowd
cheered.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that's a fun video. So I posted that since it was referenced in the book. There it is.
I'm going to share it to our page. That way other folks can see it.
Yeah. So it was fun. And that thumbnail is actually from the second night. We did the second night and walked me out in handcuffs, and it did not go as well as the first night.
It wasn't as funny, huh?
No, yeah. I don't know if the handcuffs threw them off or what.
Or they were scared that you were a prisoner.
Yeah.
Coming to get you.
But, yeah, so it was fun.
Coming to get you.
Yeah, the book, it's exciting. I'm so happy for Nate, though. This book's cool, and obviously his career is just, he's gone crazy. So
we finally found out how Mandy thinks you sound, huh?
Yeah, so that's in there.
So if you want to find out how Mandy thinks that Michael sounds, then you just read the book.
Yeah, she thinks talking to me is like having a conversation with a banjo. But ding 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 ding. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just real cool. So that's exciting to have that come out, and you have to read it. You wouldn't know I was in it until you read the book. So we'll see. And but yeah, just real cool.
I might have to get the audio book so I can listen to it on the way to work.
Yeah, I'm curious I'll have to hear it audio at some point.
I know somebody was saying something about, oh yeah, Nate's going to talk like he's normal Nate, and it's going to take forever.
Yeah. So yeah. And that's going on, or that's cool. That's what's been going on with that.
And then we also had the Derby happened, and it got all political on us.
This is your joke, man. You texted me this earlier in the week, and it was funny. You can say it.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to get so political.
It's just a joke.
Because sovereignty beat journalism.
Yeah. There you go. It was funny. When you texted to me, it was a lot funnier.
The text was funnier.
Yeah.
The text was funnier.
But yeah, so the Kentucky Derby, I can't believe we didn't talk about it last week. I forgot about it.
And we didn't wear our Derby hats either. I don't know what we were thinking.
Dang it. We missed an opportunity for a good show.
Did I tell you that I have an actual horseshoe from the Derby?
Do you really?
That has the dirt from the track. It was worn by one of the horses.
Come off one of the horses?
Yeah.
Did it come off during the race or something?
No. They take it off the horses at the end, and then they make it something that you can take home like a...
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
I bought it. So we went to... What was it? Louisville. We did a trip to Louisville, and when we went, you can actually buy a Kentucky Derby horseshoe, and it's come off one of the horses that ran the track.
That's awesome.
Now I don't know if they ran the actual Derby or not. But,
right.
I have to see.
That's
maybe
cool.
I'll leave you hanging at the mics and go grab it.
Man, I gotta do that to you one day. Let you see how.
I would send you to go get it, but you don't know where it is.
So Sovereignty did win. He was 7-1 odds, so not a crazy underdog. I mean, he was kind of I don't think he was the favorite, but he won, and he beat, as you said, he beat journalism. And Beza, Baeza, finished, what do they call it? Not third, win, place, show. He showed Beza. Do you know how much the Sovereignty got for winning?
I don't know how much.
This is crazy. He got a $3.1 million of the whole
Wow.
The jockey gets...
So did it say how fast Sovereignty won?
Yeah, I got... the time was 2 minutes and 2.31 seconds.
So not even close to... It was close. So they're all pretty close.
Yeah.
Because Secretariat was the fastest at 1:59.
You say not even close, but...
a few seconds is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how many links. Can you... Yeah, that's 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, so that's pretty close.
So
I was just curious how close all of them are.
3 seconds is in
Not
horse
close at all.
racing. No.
So Secretariat's significantly got the lead.
Yeah, I would think that's a significant. I don't know how many lengths. So they said that Sovereignty won by, I wrote it down, 1.5 lengths.
So now a link, is that the head of the horse? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Is like, so
I don't
what's
know.
the average length of a horse? The length has to be a certain, length.
What is a length in horse racing?
Yeah.
Is actually
How long is the length?
measurement of elapsed time as the
Oh.
horses cross the line. Can vary on the size of the horse and its stride pattern,
But
generally 8 to 9 feet.
Okay.
How many lengths did you say they won by?
1.5.
Wow. So it was a significant win. It wasn't
Yeah.
even close.
So
Journalism didn't have a chance.
no, huh?
Journalism could not
Yeah,
face
no.
sovereignty.
He was too busy writing journal. I don't know.
Writing some newspaper article.
Yeah, being a
Oh,
journalist.
Reagan says Secretariat won the race by 31 lengths. My gosh.
That's smoking, dude.
That is crazy. That is insane.
It's like he won the race, went and took a dump, ate some hay, and then was like, "Oh, did y'all just finish? I've been here a while." Took
One
a
of
drink
my
water.
professors at Vanderbilt actually owned a horse that won the Derby. They had a whole trophy room in the basement
Really?
for the horse. Yeah, it was
Really?
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I saw that. There was a claim, and Brian, it says Secretariat's offspring's everywhere. They claim that every horse that has been in the Derby is some kind of, and I don't know, some kind of offspring of Secretariat,
Interesting.
which would be crazy. But I don't know that. I don't know how true that is. It may be.
How many horses
go.
are descendants of Secretariat? Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Every horse in the 20, no way.
see, so that is.
All
that is-
19 horses in Saturday's 151st running of the Kentucky Derby are descendants of Secretariat.
That is nuts.
Wow. Wow, that's one horny horse.
Could you imagine if, in today, they were like, the Lakers and the Clippers are all descendants of Jordan.
Jordan would have to be a pretty busy dude.
I got maybe Wilt Chamberlain because he supposedly slept with 5,000 women. You remember
What?
that?
No
Yeah,
way.
Yeah, that's
No
a
way.
that is a I don't know if you call that a Mandela effect, but that's a myth or a theory that Wilt Chamberlain claims. I think it's 5,000
Urban
women.
legend.
Yeah, urban legend. Yeah,
Urban legend.
yeah, I believe. Yeah, it's
So
Wilt
all
Chamberlain.
19 are descendants of Secretariat.
That is crazy.
Search of pedigrees found that each horse has some relation to Secretariat, who set the fastest Derby time ever in 1973.
Dang.
Secretariat sired more than 660 registered foals.
In his lifetime.
Man, that was one busy horse.
Well, and the thing is, that's how you once you win the Derby, that's what they do.
That's where you
Stud 'em
make your
out.
money
Yeah,
using the sperm, huh?
You just stud them out, and then people pay good money because they want that gene. Oh, this is a good horse. That's crazy.
That's
And
insane.
What is it next? Not this weekend, but next weekend is it the Belmont or Preakness? Because Secretary's the only one that's. Is he the only one that's won the Triple Crown?
I don't know.
I think there may be one other that just happened. I can't remember now. I didn't look that up. I'm going off the top of my head. The Belmont's coming up. But yeah, so the Triple Crown is hard to...
The Triple Crown
Yeah.
of thoroughbred racing.
it's the Derby, the Preakness, and Belmont. And...
So now we need to find out when they are, huh? I'm sure
Well, no,
somebody
they're
knows.
coming up.
Oh, the Belmont. Reagan
Yeah,
says the
Belmont's coming up, and then Preakness is in June. They're all fairly close together. But I'm trying to see who was Secretariat the only one that's won it. I can't remember. I think it is.
Only 13 horses have
Jim
ever won the Triple Crown.
Oh, really? That
13.
many?
Yep. Sir Barton. These are going.
Okay.
Here we go. Going all the way back to 1919. Yeah. Here we go again. Sir Barton, Gallant Fox, Omaha, War Admiral, Whirlaway, Count Fleet, Assault, Citation. I remember Citation.
Yeah.
I think that's also one of the horses that sired a lot. Secretariat, Seattle Slew, Affirmed, American Pharaoh,
the 2015,
and Justify.
They all won the Triple Crown. That doesn't seem
13
right.
horses have won the Triple Crown.
Really?
As of 2024, American Pharaoh and Justify are the only living Triple Crown winners.
Yeah.
So Secretariat's dead, huh? Died in Paris, Kentucky. 1989.
Did you know most of those Triple Crown winners, not only are they winners, they're also street names in a neighborhood in Mount Juliet?
Oh, yeah, because the neighborhood's called Triple Crown.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, man, look at all those street names. Sir Barton is in there, Gallant Fox is, Omaha, War Admiral, Whirlaway's in there. I'm serious. Citation, Secretariat Drive, Affirm Drive, and I want to say Assault Drive. Count Fleet Court is in there too.
Who built Triple Crown?
I know who.
Who?
Robinson. He built most of them. You know who? Robinson Properties.
Did.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what it's named after, I guess.
Yeah, look at all. See? Citation, Whirlaway, Secretariat.
He's a big fan of horse racing, apparently. Yeah. Oh, that's over there behind the Walmart and the Lowe's and all of that. That's a fairly new subdivision, isn't it?
Well,
in the history of Mount Juliet, it's new.
The front part's a little older, but I think they still got a few new houses being built.
On Secretariat Drive.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what, because, that's in our water district. So all that makes me think of street names when I see, I'm like, oh man, somebody not pay their bill over there?
Was there a water main break over there?
A water leak there?
Hey, we got a water leak over there in Triple Crown at Secretariat Drive. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So funny. Well,
the first trainer was Sonny Jim.
Sonny Jim.
He was the first trainer to win the Triple Crown more than once. He trained Gallant Fox and Omaha.
A Bel Air stud. All right, here's a good question.
Bel Air stud was a thoroughbred racing farm and stable. Huh? Interesting.
Anybody watching or listening, put in, if you could name a horse for the Kentucky Derby, like what would your name for your horse be?
Oh, yeah. What would you choose your name to be?
What would you choose your name to be?
Homer. That would be mine. Homer Simpson.
You would just name it Homer Simpson or Homer?
Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson. Man, that's a Homer Simpson.
Yep.
I'm trying to think.
Names of the Kentucky Derby horses. Here's
you know what? I would maybe
Citizen Bull.
Larry.
Man, there was a lot of political names here. American Promise.
Oh yeah.
These are some Admire Daytona.
I would do Larry Legend.
Larry Legend. That sounds like a great.
Or the Hick from French Lick. That's a long name.
Chunk of Gold. Owen Almighty.
Yeah, so the Chunk of Gold, a lot of Olympians, on Saturday they were interviewing people and they were all picking Chunk of Gold to win.
The Olympians were?
Yeah. Here we got some names.
Glue Factory.
We got some names coming in.
Romeo's Juliet. I like that one.
Yeah, I I like Glue Factory. But
Barry Lurd, Ross, glad to have you, buddy.
Yeah.
Glad to have you watching the show today.
Barry Lurd's good. See, that's awesome.
That's a good one. I like Barry Lurd. I think I'll go with that one instead of Homer Simpson.
Of course, Reagan put Crimson Tide. Boo, original.
Of course.
No, it's not a bad name, actually. But
Speaking of Crimson Tide, Reagan will be thrilled about this. So will Jim. Now that Nick Saban is being selected as the head of the college committee by Trump. Speaking of more politics.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Well, we had talked about the NIL stuff, and somebody needed to fix the problem. And actually, there's been a lot of folks that have proposed that Nick Saban become like the commissioner of college football. And apparently Trump took that to heart and is now trying to create a commission. He wants to be a federal commission on college football sports.
That's funny. Let's take it out of the hands of the NCAA, maybe. I don't know.
Well, and it may be that I think that the goal was to codify it, not like through actual Congress. I think was what they were hoping.
Before we move on to that college stuff, there is right now and we can talk about if people go. There's a documentary on. It's called Race for the Crown. They did it last year, and it's airing now, and it's about the Triple Crown. They follow several different owners and trainers and jockeys, and it's a great documentary. It's pretty cool.
Race to the Crown, huh?
Race to the Crown or for the Crown? Yeah,
on Netflix.
Yep. Yeah.
Race for the Crown. That's it.
Some of the owners are out there, eccentric, just loaded with money, and some are down to earth. But it's a great documentary. I would recommend it, especially that we're here right now into the.
Oh, it's a TV series. Huh?
Yeah,
a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, they follow them around.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
It makes me think of the little documentary thing y'all did when y'all were on the road, you and Nate and all the crew.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of that federal commission, it's intended to investigate and potentially make recommendations on how to address the challenges facing college sports, including name, image, and likeness, the transfer portal, conference realignment, and Title IX.
And then Ross, thank you for watching and chiming in here. He just asked the question, what if Northwestern had won the antitrust case? Would have made some guardrails on NIL.
Yeah, it would have.
Were you up on that any? I couldn't tell you anything. I remember the case, but there's
been a lot of big cases.
Right, but that was
in fact, somebody just recently came up and they were talking about how they wanted the same exception that Pavia got. There was another football player that had also done a similar deal.
Yeah.
So now everybody's trying to jump on that bandwagon. But it ended up, it seemed like, if I remember correctly, it didn't end up going to court. Yeah, it didn't end up. It was it ended up being settled.
But yeah, that's kind of.
But I mean, that's the whole thing. Like Trump's like, hey, we got to just fix this.
Right.
We just need to have rules. Like I don't even think they're trying to enforce anything. It's like, hey, we just got to have some rules here.
Right.
It's getting a little out of control. But you've also got the situation with Nico, right? And that's in a way that's going to put some checks on this anyway. Like as schools start saying, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna change the dynamic. I think it may actually happen naturally.
At some point, they're not so-called. With the money playing more of a role, they're not college athletes anymore. Student athletes, I should say.
Oh, Vanderbilt was involved in that Northwestern lawsuit.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thanks for
popping
in there, Ross.
You would have to look.
I'm gonna have to research that some more.
Bet, you'll read. You like that stuff.
I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's got to be rules because it's out of hand. Player, I mean, we've talked about this. They jump in the portal, they jump. And I don't know if that's two separate things, allowing them to jump and go,
When you and I already talked about, we felt like the solution was everybody needs to wait a year, including coaches.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the only way you'll get that, to keep them from just jumping from one team to the next, is you got to penalize the coach. Because that's the biggest argument of the players as well. The coach gets to do it, why can't I? And they got a good point. But, so I don't know.
So anyway, also wanted to talk about my shirt that I'm wearing today. I guess you can't really see it very well.
Oh, hold on, Nate. So Ross says it should be a separate league altogether. The grassroots fandom created all the money being televised.
Separate league.
Yeah, do you just say these? I don't know how you would do it. How do you?
Like a separate league? What do you mean? Like a
Just
league that just
like a
includes
minor
Big Ten
league.
and SEC?
Or a minor
And then
league.
everybody else is the minor league?
No. College would be minor league to NFL, basically. And you kind of start pulling them. They don't have to go to school. No, they're just playing at this point, making money. Because I told
see Brian's talking about how they're making more money staying in college than they are getting drafted.
Yeah. Because they're saying, could a guy like, if he still got eligibility and went to the draft, could he just go back to college?
Wasn't that the conversation we had about what's his name from Georgia?
Oh. No. So Beck, but he didn't actually
declare,
go through
didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't go through they're talking about, I got drafted in 5th. Well, I don't take a deal and I go back to college. They're saying if you went into the draft.
But I thought there was an eligibility issue. I thought Shedeur Sanders was an eligibility issue.
No, but some can go out and still have eligibility. So what they're saying is you could go into the draft, but if you didn't get drafted high, you could just go back and play your last year of college. Because not everybody.
Ross is saying that's why the UFL and XFL didn't work, because all the money's really in college, it's not in the NFL.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Quinn Ewers took a pay cut to go to the NFL.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, that's the reason Beck didn't go, he declared and then a week later said no, he went to Miami. They're able to pay a little more.
Four-year deal with the Dolphins. How much was it NIL?
There's no telling. $6 million. So yeah, he made more.
3 years.
Yeah, and he's making $4 million in 3 years in the NFL.
Apparently, somebody offered him an $8 million NIL transfer offer. Interesting.
Because he could have played one more.
So that's why Brian's saying that he could have played one more year someplace else and made that $8 million instead of going.
And that's where the question comes in. They, I got drafted, but because just because you get drafted, you don't have to sign. You can turn the team down
and say no.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go back to a college.
Interesting. But what did Ewers end up? He ended up getting drafted. What round did he get drafted in?
It was later. I can't remember. I want to say was it after Shedeur or 4th or 5th?
Seventh
round here, so he fell to the 7th. Oh, speaking of that, I meant to bring it up and look it up because we're Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant people. Who was Mr. Irrelevant this year? We need to keep up with him. Cheer for him. Give you updates on him.
Kobe Minor. They made a big to-do about the Mr. Irrelevant at the end of the thing. I watched the video.
Yeah, they do. So Kobe Minor's his name?
Kobe Minor.
Where did he...
Played at Texas Tech and Indiana.
Okay. What position?
I'm looking.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I want to keep up. That'd be something we can keep up with during the NFL year.
Ross says he's a kid from Memphis.
Did he play at Memphis?
He did.
There you go. So, yeah, no, that's fun. What position did he play? Oh, he played several schools. Texas
Cornerback.
Tech, Indiana, Memphis, cornerback. Wonder if he. Oh, that could be like a bet.
He closes. He played 1 year at Memphis, so this is like the purest NIL there is.
Oh yeah,
jumping from team to team to team. That's the other thing, man. Like you were talking about hey, staying at a team. That means something.
Nah, not anymore.
And it doesn't mean anything anymore at all.
What position does he play?
Cornerback.
Yeah, defensive back. All right. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye on it. And do you think he makes a 53-team roster?
I don't know.
Come August. Yeah.
There was a lot of players that ended up getting undrafted free agency that I thought, man, they should have gone draft, but whatever. His brother Daryl Minor Jr. is a linebacker for the Memphis Tigers.
Thanks for watching, Brian. He's got to go. We're Thursday night, 7:00. Typically, we go. That's when we go live. Come
Same
back and watch.
Time, same bat channel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
257.
Yeah, that'll give us something
to keep track of.
Yeah, and see if he makes it. I'm gonna say no.
Says his rookie contract will be a 4-year contract, $4.3 million deal.
So they're doing, yeah.
Average annual value of $1 million a year.
Because that's right at league minimum.
With a $101,000 signing bonus. That's a pretty good gig. I wouldn't mind being Mr. Irrelevant. I'll be irrelevant all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's, like, if you get cut, though.
Then you ain't getting no money.
Yeah. And, I mean, there's a good shot that he gets cut.
Yeah, I had a friend from work, I think it was like her nephew or something, ended up getting free agency, undrafted free agency. And she was like, now he's got to put in the work.
Yeah.
Just to stay on the roster.
And a lot of times, not a lot, but there's quite a few stories of guys that were undrafted free agents and they've gone on to have several good careers. I don't know any off the top of my head, but there's been several that have done it. So.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Beck was part of that home burglary with the cars.
His car got robbed, or?
Him and his girlfriend's cars got stolen.
Yeah.
Purchased a Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah,
remember this was he bought the Lamborghini SUV.
Brock Purdy, I think he probably is the best.
Yeah, I think you said he's pretty purdy.
Yeah, I think we did a short on that.
I think we did, didn't we?
Was Drew Bennett Mr. Irrelevant? Or no. Drew Bennett was a undrafted free agent.
He ended up being successful with the Titans, didn't he?
And he was a quarterback at UCLA and then switched to wide receiver. I liked him. He was fun to watch. I thought
Bennett played tight end for a little bit too, didn't he? Maybe I'm mixing him up with somebody else.
Not sure. He could have lined up a couple times as tight end. There's no telling. He was just an athlete.
Went to UCLA. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But undrafted. So that's cool. There's you'd probably put in, successful undrafted free agents through the years, and you'd probably get some names that we'd go, oh yeah, like Drew Bennett. I forgot that he was, but that's right. But yeah, so
I thought there was something else we wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah, we got we were talking off air and thought we got into good conversation since you got NHL playoffs. In the round 2. We hadn't touched on them, and I think so. That was the conversation. Is
we were like, if you're not part of a team that's winning in the NHL, are you following the team?
Or a diehard fan of that sport, do you keep up with the playoffs if your team's not in there? Like for us, right? You got your Predator shirt on. I'm not paying attention to the NHL playoffs because it has not.
Well, this is like the original Predator shirt. This is from opening night, 1999, when they named it the Gaylord Entertainment Center.
Well, it's not the original. Well, for the Gaylord Entertainment. Remember, 98 is when they
named it the Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was named Nashville Arena. I don't remember it being named that. I remember it being named Gaylord Entertainment Center. And you were talking about it. You remembered it. You saw that Sommet Center?
Yeah, it was called the Sommet Center for just a time.
I didn't even know. What is Sommet? Was that a company?
Yeah,
that sponsored it?
Some kind of company. I don't know what they, what company it is.
I don't even know who that was. Like,
yeah,
Sommet Center was named after who? What company? Like AI can't even figure that one out. The Sommet Group.
Okay,
Middle Tennessee-based Sommet Group.
Just like a
investment
financial
group, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. I mean, that's pretty pimped out if you're freaking pulling that off. Sommet Group, Nashville. Let's see what we get. Oh, former CEO of the Sommet Group was sentenced to 20 years in prison.
Oh, geez. Things fall apart. Sommet. I guess so.
He had lots of money to invest, apparently, because he was not doing good things.
Yeah.
I think I remember this, actually. Somehow I remember this. Man, this was like a financial pyramid. What do they call it?
Pyramid scheme. Yeah, there it is. So no wonder it didn't stay Sommet Center long.
Yeah, that's why.
We're going to change it.
We're going to make sure to hide that it was Sommet Center ever.
And it was only probably, I don't know.
Schemes to rob the innocent of their health, financial future, and economic stability.
So, scheme, frauds. Dang, that's crazy. Now I know why it wasn't named that long, so that makes sense. All coming together.
Diverted millions of dollars to prop up affiliated companies he controlled and spent millions of dollars to acquire the naming rights of the hockey arena as the Sommet Center.
Yep.
Diverted client money to pay for personal expenses, including a $430,000 houseboat, $99,000 ski boat, luxury clothing, and the construction of a $150,000 pool in the backyard. How do you spend $150,000 on a pool?
Oh, in-ground pools are ridiculous.
150 grand?
Yeah, that's standard. That's why I don't have a in-ground pool. Yeah, exactly why. And you too, probably.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep, me too. No in-ground pool here.
Ross is the Wolf of Broadway. I like that.
That would have been a good name for him, huh?
That's a good name for a horse, too.
Ross is like, yeah, that was his name.
Yeah. No, name a race, your derby horse, the Wolf of Broadway.
Named after the Sommet Group guy, Brian Whitfield, huh?
Yep, that's cool. Yeah, so Reagan says he still watches the playoffs, even though Avalanche. But Reagan will watch any sport, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like Reagan
that's
is
a good...
He's the sport. He's the sport expert.
Yeah, I think he just watches sport.
He's the sport expert.
And
I'm not sure, like, if you talk about, like, I mean, I'm biased to college football, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when I think about the Titans, it might be kind of the same thing. I mean, once you get to the playoffs, did you watch the playoffs?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, everybody watches the Super Bowl, right? Are you watching it for the game or for the ads, right? So
yeah. No, NFL I'll watch. Let's see.
I'd be curious to know if my brother-in-law Rick
baseball I'll watch,
because I don't think the Kings are still in it. I wonder if he's still watching the playoffs, even though his team's not in it.
And I'll say this: hockey fans will, if they're
diehard. So the Kings actually got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah. Hockey fans will watch. Your diehards will watch the whole playoffs. Like they're pretty loyal. I'll give you that. I don't call us diehard because we're not let's say season ticket holders of your local hockey team. Like the Predator season ticket holders, I bet some of them are watching this.
Probably. What's that section in the Bridgestone Arena?
Cell block 303.
303 or 301 or whatever.
Yeah, something. Yeah, cell block.
The nosebleeds.
Yeah.
That's what we need to get a couple tickets in the nosebleeds in cell block 303.
Yeah, we need to make our own cell block. 401.
401. And put a banner on the back.
Yeah. Could you add 2 seats up there?
That's right. We want 2 seats.
That'd be cool.
Let's see.
So we're also, he said the St. Louis Blues and Winnipeg Jets Game 7 was amazing. So I would call you kind of a diehard hockey fan. But I did hear that on the radio the day after that game. They said it was a great Game 7.
So let's see. If we did cell block 303, is that what it is?
Yeah, tickets just have gotten...
They gotten outrageous.
Yeah, I think for every sporting event, just about, especially like season tickets.
301. I think it's 301. It's the one in the middle and the top, isn't it? There's no 400.
No, there's not. That's why I said they have to build 2 up high. Yeah, there's not a 4.
Be up on the catwalk with a banner hanging down. Hey, we're cell block 401.
Yeah. Did you really think there was a...
I was like, I didn't think there was a 400
no,
section.
There's not. That's...
Oh my gosh.
Gullible Gary here.
Yinling flight deck.
That's funny.
Just go up to the little catwalk up there.
I will say,
the
they said it was a talent-wise, it was a disappointing season for Predators. They thought they should have made the playoff. The little that I've kept up with it.
Cell block. See, Jim's all about the cell block.
Yep. And I think it's 303, but I can't remember for sure.
Very top.
Cell block 303 just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, we're going to be the catwalk 401.
Yeah. I like that.
I like turtles.
Yeah.
Catwalk 401.
That's pretty good.
Hey, the imaginary audience liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, yeah, Jerry can throw one out there every now and then we like.
Reckons like we're actually watching the playoffs right now.
Like,
what are you guys
yeah.
doing? I know we're terrible playoff fans apparently.
Nah, I mean, but I will say playoff anything, but playoff hockey is exciting. I have gotten into it occasionally, not this year, but I have, even when the Predators hadn't played, been in it. But any professional sports playoffs is, I can get into. It's exciting. Baseball, basketball. Well, yeah, basketball. That's probably the least that I watch of all the playoff sports is NBA.
So the leading teams are the Yankees and the Mets. Going back to what we were talking about, buying championships.
Yeah. Well, now the Dodgers is up there too. They pay good money.
The Cubs are leading in Central, huh?
Yeah.
With a 579 record.
Yeah, some of them divisions.
Yeah,
just above 500 to get you in first.
That division is a little rough. The Reds are in that one too. Interesting. See, this shows you how much I don't know.
In baseball?
Yep, I don't follow it enough. I really just don't.
I know the White Sox are.
The Angels are just terrible this year.
Well,
goodness.
Look at the White Sox record. They're worse than that.
Jeez.
There's been talk that they might move to Nashville. I would be highly surprised if the White Sox franchise moved out of Chicago. But yeah, they've talked about that they could come to Nashville.
The Rockies have a 162 record.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
They've only got 6 wins.
Jeez. Well, I don't know. You know, at some point in time, I feel like Nashville as a market is not big enough to support that many professional teams. You kind of have to have a little bit of size to be able to support multiple professional franchises.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you got 2 pro leagues right now, right?
We already got 2, right? And I'm not even confident that we can support those 2 right now as it is.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, if they're I think that...
If they're winning, everybody
supports them. For the Titans and Predators, it just goes to if you're winning.
It's all about whether or not.
But there's enough people that will go, which I think this year the Predators had decent attendance this year. They just didn't do well.
So you heard rumors that the White Sox might move to Nashville, huh?
That was, I don't know here lately, but you know they have a.
Wow! I type in "are the White Sox." It says "are the White Sox moving to Nashville?" No,
Yeah.
there's no indication. Okay, this is AI.
Yeah.
No indication that the
been
White Sox are
mentioned,
definitively moving to Nashville. Rumors and discussions about the possibility. And they're talking about that WNBA team too, right? The Summit, Tennessee Summit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
They actually submitted an application for that one.
well, Nashville has a baseball committee to bring a team here. There's a, and I want to say who, a former baseball player is like on that committee. But they have, you know, an active committee that's looking. Expansion, yeah.
MLB expansion concept, huh? Music City Baseball.
Yep.
For an expansion team. So that would be a new team
Yeah,
if
new
they actually
team.
got an expansion team, huh? Interesting. So they would have to be similar to the MLB or to the WNBA where you got to submit an application, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who's behind it?
I cannot remember the dang name of the guy, but there's a former,
The Nashville Stars.
who is the guy? There's a committee, and I don't know how to look that up, but there's a committee.
Music City Baseball.
Dave Stewart, but that's not one.
John Lohr, Lee
Yeah,
Barfield,
I don't know.
Danielle Whitworth Barnes, and Dave Stewart.
There was somebody else. but-
Former Yankees legend
There.
Don Mattingly.
There we go.
Vanderbilt baseball coach Tim Corbin.
Well, they've expressed support, which I know Tim Corbin would love it if they moved it here.
I'm sure he would.
But yeah, I personally would love for baseball to come here.
Don Mattingly's probably the name you were thinking of.
Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it.
Yeah, they're saying MLB not coming to Nashville in the next 5 years. Huh?
And that was an article in 24. Which, that one thing, it said that MLB was looking to expand in 2029 for two expansion teams. So, at that point, that would put 5 years
That'd be the
from
timing
that
of it,
article.
wouldn't it? Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you though. That's probably the biggest question. Is there enough people to support a third pro team?
Many Nashville Sounds games do sell out.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you don't have that appetite for the Sounds, then are you going to have the appetite for somebody else or for a major league team?
Yeah, I think you would.
I mean, the location of the Sound Stadium is great. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
right in the heart of everything now.
Well, and what they do, of course, it's a lot smaller, right?
So
they're-
First
they're
Horizon
only-
Park has 8,500 seats.
But can hold 10,000.
And what I wonder is what is the standard MLB stadium size?
I'm going to say 20,000 or better. Some are
Dodger Stadium is
huge, yeah.
56,000. I wonder what the smallest one is.
Yeah, it gets.
They got some small ones.
Oh, well, you're getting
These
down.
are the jumbo shrimp,
No,
Jacksonville
you're
jumbo
getting in
shrimp.
minor leagues. Yeah.
Here we go down my path again, right? So
Yeah, you like to start throwing stuff out there and you're like, wait a minute.
Okay, so Progressive Field, home of the Cleveland Guardians,
Yeah.
which I'm still not
34.
thrilled about the fact that they're not the Indians anymore.
So it's bigger than I was expecting. I thought, for some reason, I thought some of them were in the 20,000s, but
Well,
they've
that's
gotten a little
the
bigger.
lowest MLB that I'm looking
Yeah,
at here.
yeah,
I don't
no,
see others. The rest of these are all
I guess they're
minor
30,
leagues,
40
looks
to
like.
60,000. Did you say one of the biggest was 60,000?
Yep,
Dodger Stadium?
56,000.
56, yeah.
Well, and if they take down the old Titan Stadium, they could stick it over there on that side of the riverfront as part of that development complex. Because I think City of
Yeah.
Nashville actually owns the rights for a lot of that development.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks are the second largest stadium. Interesting. Didn't know that either.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about? So we've talked
I don't
about
know.
baseball. We talked
Yeah.
about hockey.
I think it's been a good show. I think we could probably wrap it up. You got Mother's Day coming this weekend.
We do.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas.
Yeah. I think my mom's been watching. Happy Mother's Day to you, but I'll see you this weekend anyway. But
you can go to church with Mama on Sunday?
They have to. Sometimes.
I'll be at church with Mama on Sunday. We'll have to sit together. Maybe we'll get our mamas to sit together. They sit right next to each other. They're only like 3 or 4 rows.
Really?
How's your mom's arm?
She got her cast off, so that's good. Yeah.
So that's good Sunday to go to church with mamas then.
Yeah. She hadn't been feeling like it lately because of her arm and stuff. But
we'll have to get both our mamas to go to church. We'll sit together.
Yeah.
Have the Mike and Jrod show at church. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. All you guys who participated, we really enjoyed having you.
Yeah, some new people interacting. Thank you.
Lots of excitement.
Come back next week.
This has been another production of Scott Social Media.
See ya.
Done, Ricky.
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, he's tearing up. I think. I would too, because you just made a bunch of money. I don't blame him. It looks like he is, maybe not.
Or he's tearing up because now he has to go play for the Titans. That's what they need to do, make overtime points half points.
Watch him do that one.
Overtime now will be half points. Then you always know when it's an overtime game if they do half points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, no, actually you wouldn't, right? If they do 2 half points.
No, because if they
2 overtime, it's not going to work. Misanthropic. What is a misanthropic?
That's Mr. Anthropic's wife.
You didn't like that joke?
How awesome was that? But in general, in modern era, you don't think of French being tough.
Yeah, I guess not.
When I hear somebody say "wee wee," I don't think of a tough guy.
Wee wee.
Yeah.
Texas is just going to show them how it is. You know, they're not. They've never played anybody. Blah 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 blah.
Do you know the beginning of the year? Like this could be your true Cinderella if they keep it close or win. But you know, at the beginning of the year, in the Big 12 conference, they were picked last.
I heard that.
They were picked to finish last.
The picture is not looking very good. You're looking kind of blurry there.
What? I had a long night last night. That's not the camera. No. Yeah, I'll dump up my salad, any vegetables, fruits, I'll throw out there. Like they love Halloween, like October.
Give him candy.
No. Like
Nobody throws black jelly beans.
pumpkins, man.
They're like, what is Jared doing? He's sitting on the ground.
Oh no, that's the guy that's supposed to say if it's a home run or not.
Back there waving. Hey, Mama, Daddy. I'm right back here.
Is he waving at his parents or saying that was a home run?
Perfect. Like, I mean, it was, and it's like 30 feet away.
Yeah,
like,
it was a long
no way
putt.
I could make that putt, right? So, like, impossible.
I'm not saying she didn't do anything amazing because of who her dad is, but like if he lined any one of us up, I bet we make it.
You think so?
Game, you get 5 days after your bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So
there's a whole bunch of players on these teams that could be still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin said about how his player had to get on the. Oh my gosh! He is so full of doo-doo. I'll sell everything I own so that we can buy Club La Vila.
Oh man,
and bring it back.
We'd have to live there too. I wouldn't have nowhere else.
I wouldn't have anywhere else to live either. But I mean, hell, that'd be living on the beach. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, look at our parking. You know Mike Trout?
Yep, Mike Trout played for the Angels.
Yeah, still does.
And they had a